Been drinking the water since January, I think the second week in January, and also giving to my mother every day, who maybe doesn't live the healthiest lifestyle or diet or anything, and she should have suffered with anxiety, sometimes getting the shakes when she leaves the house and things like that, and her anxiety is completely gone, so that's one thing. With myself, I've suffered on and off with childhood asthma all my life at different times, and each week it's like less than about 10%. So this last week I haven't needed my inhaler once, which sometimes we don't notice the differences that are happening. And I was just thinking, what changes have happened? I thought, well, actually, yes, my inhaler's lessened and lessened and lessened over those weeks, and this week I haven't taken it once. So yeah, that's quite a change over 2 months of drinking the water.
My name is Monica, and I am a clinical naturopath for over 10 years. I have been doing research on how to improve my prescriptions to give the best to my patients. And because I care about my family, especially my parents, I made decisions to get them healthy because my mom had very high blood pressure, and I was prescribing her herbal medicines, the best practitioner only medicines, I have to say, and nothing was helping. She had very good diet, vegetarian diet, and she had high blood pressure, nothing helped. Also, she was diagnosed with high cholesterol, and a friend of mine introduced me to Kangen Water. I went to one of the presentations, and I realized after I saw the presentations with the tomatoes that actually this is the thing, that this is the only thing I didn't actually know about this healing water. I decided to buy the device for my parents because I love my parents and I want my mom to be healthy. After a couple of months, my mom drinking the water, the high blood pressure normalized. It has to do with kidneys, by the way. So it normalized, and my mom is healthy since then, including cholesterol. My mom is going to see a doctor on a regular basis. We have blood tests to actually prove that she has improved very, very well. So my mom is 70 years old. She is healthy now. She looks 10 years younger after a couple of months drinking the water. She is very active. She drives bicycle. My dad, also 70 years old, had very bad gout. He couldn't walk, and also injuries from sport. After a couple of months drinking the water, he could start walking, and both of them are riding bicycle at 70 years old. And regarding my own health as a clinical naturopath, I was actually so surprised because I was taking the best practitioner only medicines, supplements, spending £200 per month on expensive supplements. Thought I'm giving to myself the best. Also vegetarian diet, and I was actually getting worse and worse, very low in energy, felt very depressed. I had lots of pains and aches all over the body, which was diagnosed as fibromyalgia, which is lymphatic system problem. I had lots of food allergies and also skin allergies as well. After a few days of drinking the water, I had much more energy. I could sleep much better, and all the pains and aches disappeared within a couple of weeks. So I'm very, very grateful for Kangen Water because my family is healthy, which is my priority, my parents especially, but also my patients are healthy now as well. The ratio of my treatments have improved drastically, and I can say that virtually all my clients within 3 months get completely healthy, no matter what disease they have.
So essentially, the water was forced upon me by a good friend. I had no knowledge of Kangen water or alkaline water, whatever, So anyhow, I had a bowel problem for 12 years. I had IBS, and that progressed to gluten allergy, which is unheard of in my family. And obviously, the response from the doctors is you can't eat wheat for life. But guess what? 3 years later, I'm eating wheat. I'm eating wheat every single day. So complete transformation of health, complete transformation. So I could talk at length really, but complete transformation in health. So yeah, highly recommend Kangen water. And I think really the essence of the message is you must get the water out to the people, because there's no living human being who's not going to benefit. especially in the Western developed world, where we have very, very toxic bodies.
I've been running a translation agency, so that means I need a lot of mental and psychological and physical energy to be an entrepreneur. And this is one of the reasons why I was so happy to be introduced to this amazing brand. And the second reason why I've been drinking Kangen water is because a couple of years ago I had a horrible Harley-Davidson accident. I was riding my beautiful Harley-Davidson, which is an amazing feeling, yeah? And it was a horrible accident. Doctors were fighting for my life for 3 days. And thanks for my doctors, thanks for Kangen water. Have a look, I can run, I can do sports, I do my business, and this means a lot of mental and physical health. And the last but not least, it's amazing how inspiring, how well prepared, how professional and committed people I'm surrounded by. Thank you very much for Kangen and for the community, and it really changed my life, and because I changed my water.
I'm Deborah Hayes, I live in Brighton. I went to a demonstration in Brighton about 18 months ago, and I went to walk out actually, and I was drawn back in by somebody who's in the business, and they said, "Where are you going? You know, you're missing out on something really good here." Anyway, they convinced me, which I'm really grateful for. Not on the business side, but more on the health side at the moment. And being here today, it's really kicking me into seeing what the business can do, and which would be amazing if I just get 6 Anyway, so I went home, I bought the machine and plugged it in. I've been in chronic pain for months and months and months in my body. I was getting up in the mornings. When I was getting up, a bit like John, it was just like, oh, I can't even get out of bed. This is horrendous. Started drinking the water, and I kid you not, 24 hours, I was jumping out of bed. It was amazing. I was like, this is it, yes, it's fantastic. Now I'm a health practitioner and I help people in their own health, but finding this machine finding me, has just been an absolute miracle for my own health. So thank you so much, and it's just amazing. Thank you.
I came along to a presentation a few years ago and saw the presentation, and it was the tomatoes that did it for me, because I could not get that out of my head. But the problem was, I kept coming to the meetings all the time. Pete kept saying to me, when are you going to buy a machine? Now the thing was, just gone through a divorce, and I was literally, when you say broke, I mean, you know, really bad, so I couldn't afford one. But anyway, I brought a friend along to one of the meetings, who I didn't know at the time, but she was quite ill, but she got it straight away. And she decided there and then she wants to get a machine. And I thought, okay, no way you're getting in before me. So I actually didn't pay the mortgage that month and paid the deposit on the machine. And the reason why I did that, because I was suffering from depression, and I was also diagnosed with borderline diabetes. Now, while I was having the water, I was getting better, but I didn't even know I was getting better until I didn't have the water, and I thought, oh my goodness, this thing really is working. So with that combination, I then made the decision, because I figured out that unless I get myself better, nothing else was going to improve. So best decision I have ever made. And I didn't join for the business because I didn't get it, but I've just woken up.
My name's Pete Chapman. I'm a 6A4 with Enagic. My life has changed dramatically since I was introduced into this business. And I just want to be honest with you now. I joined for the business. My friend Raymond in Singapore called me. He was my downline in another business. And he introduced me to this, and he said, Peter, I'm not earning enough money with you, I'm going to do this water thing. So I watched Daniel DiMacali's answers for Thirsty World, and I joined the business. So I think within 2 weeks of Raymond seeing that video with Sam, I joined the business on the same video, so recommend it. At the time I joined the business, I was almost bankrupt. I lost a lot of money on property investment, a lot of money. So I lost all the property I owned. Well, I didn't own it, I was mortgaged, but all my rentals and my home and everything. And at the same time I was made redundant. So I was 63 years old and absolutely in a bit of a financial mess. And one of the outcomes of that is that I was suffering from diverticular disease. Everybody know what diverticulitis is? Yeah. IBS, basically. And I was, it was a really embarrassing, if anybody's had it, it's a really embarrassing condition. Anybody had a colonoscopy? Go and watch Billy Connolly on YouTube and see Billy Connolly's experience on a colonoscopy. But I had one of those, thankful for Dr. Shinya. I had one of those and found out I had diverticular disease. So as I joined the business bought the machine for the business, 2 weeks after I'd got the machine, the suffering from diverticular seemed to disappear. So it did change my financial life and it's changed my health life. The other thing is, I'm a 2-time cancer sufferer. I had a melanoma, which my children discovered because it was in the back of my arm. I never saw it, and I had that removed. And I was lucky, although it was malignant, it hadn't got into my lymphs. But then I had kidney cancer and lost a kidney through an operation. And the test that I had for the other kidney, which was 60 odd years old, indicated that I had chronic kidney disease. So that was a bit of a worry that I only had one kidney and that was ill. But due to the water, my other kidney is getting younger, not older. So I'm really blessed physically from having this water in my life, and I know it's easy to say change your water, change your life, but I know it has changed lives. And I only discovered yesterday that I've got 1,502 1As in my group. I really need to do something about that. But the more people we get as end users, the more people we're going to help into better health. Okay, thanks very much.
I'd just like to start off with this quickly. I wasn't able to do that 6 months ago, right? Some of you have heard my story. I had chronic lower back pain, and this was basically caused by a lot of obstacle races and running, but I was consuming a lot of sports drinks and water, thinking I'm hydrating myself and taking supplements to keep me going. Well, I couldn't have been more wrong, because when I was introduced to Kangen Water, I couldn't wake up in the morning by standing straight. I used to wake up like this, walk around the house a bit, wait until the back warmed up, and I was back in life. So what happened was, my good friend over here, Anthony, introduced me to Kangen, and I drank the water for 30 days, and the most amazing thing happened. My back, the one day I woke up, I could stand up straight, and I felt I had no lower back problems anymore. So subsequently I did some more research into this, and I found out that I was actually putting the wrong liquids into my body, and I wasn't hydrating myself. I was actually seriously dehydrated. So from drinking Kangen water, this then gave me the cellular hydration, managed to hydrate my spine and the gel, which then allowed my nerves to not be trapped anymore. So this has given me back life. I've started exercising again, and I'm just going to be entering, I think it is September, 100K South Coast Challenge. Yeah.